Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of our Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues, the Fallout mod for Hearts of Iron 4. We're playing as Republic of the Rio Grande, and we've had a lot of internal issues to deal with. First, one of Caesar's Centurions has been plaguing us for quite some time, but we have finally gone and dealt with him. We've wiped the slate clean, gotten rid of those raiders, which is good. But the other problem we have is that the TAA, the Texas Arms Association, which is part of our nation, broke away from us, and actually, basically blew up our capital at the same time, which is very rude. So we're preparing to finally retake this territory in some fashion. Now, we, as the Republic of the Rio Grande, basically have three different presidential paths to choose from. We can play as Mora, way over here. We can play as Dante, or we can play as Rosada. Now, what we're doing right now actually has nothing to do with who we sort of want to play, but thematically I'm taking all these sort of Rosada-type decisions. And that means the way we're going to deal with the TAA is inviting the Texas branch of the Brotherhood of Steel to come and intervene on our behalf. Get some people with some power armor to show up. What could possibly go wrong? This would be fine, right? So we're just prepping for war over here. Ooh, my volume's a little high. Yeah, materialistically, we've caught up on things, which is good. Still a bit of a shortage of supply or support equipment. Of course, we lost many of our military factories. All of our military factories, except one at the start, are in TAA territory. We've built up a little bit since then, but we're still pretty short. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these factories away from the basic weapons, just to put it down on support weapons over there. Path to progress is done. Yep. There you go. We invite the Texas Brotherhood in exchange for giving them control over some of their factories. We're going to get political power and 500 units of basic weaponry. So we've got lots of basic weaponry now. We've got a steel reclamation over here. In exchange for granting the Brotherhood control, they've agreed to help train our fighting men, women, and robots. 2 times 50% research bonus for infantry technology. Okay, that sounds good to me. We also have a decision available right now. Oh, right, risotto can go and... sounds like I'm saying risotto. Now I got hungry all of a sudden. I love making risotto. It's just great. It's so easy to make. You just need time and wine. Some of it goes into the risotto, and some of it goes into the chef. Best type of recipes work that way. I'm just going to keep going by directly clicking on the map. Again, in my previous playing, the Rosado goes on the radio didn't seem to really do anything. I was communicating on the Discord with some of the developers and stuff, and showing before and after screenshots to show that it's really not doing a whole heckin' lot of stuff. So, but the map clips seem to work well. So we're going to do that, and what we're going to try to do is we're just going to try to reach 50% Senate support, and, by then we'll have a pretty good lead over both of our opponents. And theoretically, again, I don't know exactly what the mechanic is. Oh, apparently we had... Oh, yeah, because I just got a bunch of power. I wonder if I was saving to spend it on something else. I don't know. 48%. Yeah, I don't know how the mechanic goes. I don't know if all we need is just 1% more than our opponents, or if it's percentage chance or whatever. But I figure I'll go to 50% of the Senate support. I don't want to be, sort of elected in a plurality situation. I want a majority situation. I don't know if I'm using those words right, but let's say. We can probably start training divisions again, since we do have extra infantry equipment. I will do so. Now, including, we need our second elite division here. We do have the Spec Ops equipment for it, so I'm going to go ahead and train one of these elites. I'm just going to set a one-timer, because then we'll actually be out of our Special Forces cap, but that's going to be okay. We'll go ahead and tell you to spawn there, and if you do spawn, you're going to go over there. So most of the equipment did get assigned. Ooh, dynamite. Hold on a sec. Oh, we need 125 Spec Ops equipment. And some fire team weaponry. Alright, well that's fine. Well, at least it'll be in a queue, it'll be okay. I could start a regular infantry division, but actually, if I'm going to do anything, what I'll probably do is redesign my divisions to add more depth to them. Yeah, 14 combat width is pretty awkward. Yeah, that's very likely we'll do that. Anyway, we've unlocked the ability to create dynamite once again. So that was over here. It does lead to a couple of different demolitions type weapons, either flamers or frag grenades. They are ahead of time, so I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to get the trained mongrels right now. Let's take a look at engineering. Right, we want to make sure before the fighting starts that we have all the encryption and decryption tech, because it will give us a boost in combat that's really handy. And we want to start to, work that edge. There's not actually a lot of defenders over here in TAA. I'm betting we could probably take them as is. But we're still going to get the Brotherhood to come in here because it's cool, right? It's awesome. Let's totally do that. I was notified by the devs that some of the bits of Rosato's tree aren't complete, like this whole like America the Dead Tyrant thing here. I think is supposed to lead to a lot of other stuff or do something, but I don't think it does anything right now. There's a few bits that might be like that. But that's okay. Again, this is still very much a mod in progress. I mean, again, when you compare it to something like Kaiserreich, which again, I mean, you've got to hold Kaiserreich as like the pinnacle of Hoi modding, but these guys have had to go above and beyond in terms of like doing the user interface and changing a lot of the combat mechanics and whatnot. So, yeah. Monclova, I don't know. I mean, really, any of these places that are around, I may as well just go ahead and hit the button. Like, I don't know if it really matters so much, like, where we might focus on. All right, Monclova, just as a by-to-by. Yeah, it was 1 for us and 3 undecided, so that flipped all of it to support to us. That's 53%. I'm going to call that good enough. I'll unpin this, although I think we'll still get the reminder of the per-province things. Still, the election's in 2277. I don't know exactly when, but I think it's like right at the beginning of it. You know, sometime in January. So we should start getting these various political events then. Anyway, we'll start saving up some political power. There'll be some other things we want to do. I guess I can go up to speed 5. I mean, there's no action right now. I can probably activate this battle plan. The second the war starts, we'll cross the river. Old countries join the Northern League. All right, good for them. And yeah, I'm still getting double pop-ups for that. I had to hit the dismiss button twice, or if I drag one of the windows out of the way, you would have been able to see. All right, steel reclamation. Oh, we also researched field fortification. All right, let's hold off on that. We want to go back over here. The Rio chapter. It is time for a new chapter of the Brotherhood to arise. Long live the Rio chapter. So we're going to do this. The Rio chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel will spawn to fight for you. Gets the event, the Rio Brotherhood. Boom. So we'll start up on that, and yeah, we finished the technology. So over here, all that's being researched. We're not actually very far ahead of time for the vacuum tubes. I'm gonna get started. I'm always okay to soak. I mean, sometimes I'm willing to soak ahead of time penalty for various things, but I'm much more willing to do it for something that boosts the research speed, because it's like, yeah, it'll pay for itself. It'll be fine. All right, before the fighting starts, our navy here, we're gonna go and. Oh, right, it doesn't get organized like the military. That's fine. We've got an admiral over here. Craven. Oh, he likes to retreat a lot. I suppose I could... You know what? Let's make a new commander over here. Caustic personality. Can you fire these guys? I don't think you can. Because the cost goes up per amount. Alright, we'll do one more. Well, at least you don't have a penalty there, Enrique, so we're going to go ahead and give it to you. And we're going to go and... I don't know if it's going to matter. But I'm going to put you on patrol in the Rio Grande River sea zone over here. I actually don't know how far it goes. It's kind of hard to spot the sea zones. But we'll get you to start patrolling. That will start consuming some energy cells, but that's okay. We never did get around to constructing any planes. That'll probably happen after this war, because we'll get some factories back, which will increase the amount of stuff we can build simultaneously. And, oh, there we go. Decode signals. I can't remember if we even had planes unlocked. I need vacuum tubes before I can do primitive radio. That should actually line up fairly okay. We could get the next level of these things. That'll be okay. You know what? I do want to unlock flyers. I mean, I want that industrial stuff, but I do want to unlock planes so that we can start producing them once we get our factories back over here. I do like the weather, by the way. Some of these, okay, that's a regular storm. There you go, rad storm. Oh, that over to clear. Like, I don't know if you saw it cycle in here, but rad storms is one of the weathers that you can have in this mod, which is, kind of wonderful. Alright, decision. Okay, these are just more rallying of things, which I'm not going to worry about. And we do have free civilian factories. Because, yeah, we have more than 15 available in a go. Alright, we don't need to build the foundry, and we don't have the purification or power station unlocked. Not that we necessarily need them yet. More factories is going to be good, but we could also just take a little peek at infrastructure. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that's doable right now, the 5s and the 4s. It's not like we have that many troops, so 4s should be okay. I don't know if we need any anti-air. I know I'm going to want to deal with the AI to the south at some point. What I might want to do is make sure I have an airbase here. Actually, I might sort of want one airbase in each one of these little provinces, because there's fairly large areas. I don't know, maybe not all of them. I'll build there and there. Actually, and Monclova. That's what I'll do. That way, it should allow us to put planes in slightly better areas to, like, you know, reach certain things and whatever. But there's definitely going to be some conflict down there. It doesn't take very long to build this, but I'm going to go ahead and get it started. And then, yeah, I'll queue up another arms factory after that. Okay, good. So, Rio chapter's nearly done. Oh, I only got one pop-up for that faction join this time. Encoded signals is done. All right. And yeah, I would like to get primitive radio, but I guess we'll wait. May as well grab basic tools here then for more production efficiency, cap, and growth, which is going to be useful for our various equipment. I mean, it's free bonus production for us, which is good. Or free faster production. I mean, it doesn't give us, you know, still just use as many resources. Although the resources might be... I guess they're just consistent. Yeah, I guess it is just free stuff. Okay, Rio chapter. National focus is complete. The Texas Brotherhood was always a mite peculiar. To the other chapters. I think there's a wording here that's a little bit off. Cut off from the Brotherhood's heartland, inspired by the open recruiting of the Midwest Brotherhood, it was far more willing to interact with Wastelanders. Rosado's proposal to give them control over the Texan military-industrial complex was welcomed, and Paladin Miller was sent south with a detachment of men. As the TA was about to find out, whatever happens, they have got laser guns, and they have not. Y'all didn't think this one through. So, we're going to remove the spirit of Texas Secessionist, which is this one over here, which is giving us massive penalties. So that's going to be removed. In addition to that, the Rio chapter is going to gain a core in Crystal City, and the Rio chapter is going to be released. Rio chapter is going to be a puppet of us, which is then instantly going to declare war on the TAA. So Crystal City over here is owned by those guys. We are at war. For some reason, I can call in the Rio chapter, even though we should already be in a war. I don't know. Maybe it didn't set up properly, but there we go. We are in war against the Rio chapter at this point. We need a new national focus. So, we have finished all this. So we've dealt with Paulus, and we have we're dealing with the TAA now. We still have a little bit of industrial stuff over here, and we still have our military research over here. That being said, I do want to keep going down this particular branch for now of sort of politics and economy, because we still have the national crisis event going on, which is really bad. So if we bail out the arms industry, that will assist and help us fix that. Let's see if we can cross here. These are pretty low-end type of troops, but we're going to see if we can cross into Laredo. Meanwhile, we're also fighting here. You can participate, try to attack Eagle Pass. Actually, we'll throw some more dudes in there. That's going to be fine. And then meanwhile, we're going to try to advance over here. Oh, you're actually just crossing in. Yeah, because of the crossing right there. Excellent. If we make it across the Rio Grande, we'll be able to attack much more effectively. Meanwhile, power armor. That ain't bad. Now, in a recruit and deploy, I can go here and take a look at the Rio chapter templates and say, for example, I could copy the Texas Brotherhood troops over here, and oh right, I can't train them because they do count as special forces. But even then, if you train from a colonial division, this puppet, I think they have to give us 90% of the manpower. So this division, 90% of the manpower will come from the Rio chapter instead of us, but it's still our equipment, so we can't really deploy power armor divisions unless we can build power armor. We'll just go ahead and clear that from the list for now, but we can start to make use of these guys' manpower at some point. Not that we need it quite yet. Alright, speed 3, attacks are going well. Alright, let's go with speed 4 for a scooch. Yeah, see, these guys crossed in there. Let me come back over here, because that's where these guys are coming. Actually, you make a run right for the TAA estates. Most likely we'll have to grab more of the cities here for the victory points to actually win conclusively. I kind of feel like doing this, actually. Here, you attack there. I know it's across the river, but still. It's just that. And actually, if I do this, I don't think this guy will get any more supply up there. Remember, we got our ships patrolling over here at sea as well. Assuming I hit that button correctly, but I think I did hit the button. I'm going to get you to attack here. And like that. Just, it'll provide an extra front from these guys. Make sure we don't get bopped over there. Cross through over here, that's fine. Having a hard time crossing into Eagle Pass. Again, these river crossings are pretty brutal. But what we can do is have you sort of maybe work around there. And yeah, power armor, they're making some advances. Dedicated workshops, excellent. What else we got over here? Dedicated equipment, so more resource gain, that's not bad. I mean, we'll pop these at some point. We could actually start metalworking. 0.15 years ahead of time ain't that bad. Let's go ahead and do that, because we do have a lot of construction to do. And actually, cancel that. I'll keep this airfield going, but we'll do this, because here's the thing. The TEA territory, I think, is all going to go to the Rio chapter, so we're not going to have access to those workshops directly, unfortunately. The NCR declared war on the Veiled Bandits. All right. Good for them. Yeah, so you're being attrition to death over there. I can easily keep bopping you, although I suppose there's not as much point to it. I'm going to get you to come over this way. And yeah, we'll see if we can grab... Are you cut off? Well, you will be in a second there, power armor dude. Let's make sure to connect you back up. Because you could easily get cut off here. Or you could just go and grab Uvalde, and then you'd be okay. Oh, did they finally get pushed back over here? Excellent. Let me go and just clean this up so that no one's actually standing guard over there, because that's kind of derpy. Here, take the long trip that way. These guys must be about to capitulate. Yeah, if we get this, we will. Which is partly annoying me with this power armor that they're not moving forward any more than this, but sure. Here. Let's just do that. Nope. Move into there. And that should be the end of them. A little sloppy here with all these river crossings. Hey, there we go. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say take all states. Actually, what if I had puppeted... Well, no, because either way I end up with a puppet. So, we're taking all states over here, but we're not actually going to keep them if I recall what happens next. Oh, we can start doing some scavenging as well, but let's hold off on that. And I know it says we have free military factories, but I'm not sure that's actually true in a second. I think something's going to occur. Meanwhile, though, I will take my troops back, and I'll just... what's the key? There we go. Nope, that's not the button I'm looking for. Garrison area... Oh, V. I'm just going to set them like this so that they just go and deploy themselves and don't get attritioned or whatever. It's going to be all right. But yeah, I think we're going to get a pop-up here. As for my ships, you guys can just go ahead and dock yourselves so that we don't burn through any more energy cells. Alright, decisions available. Let's take a look at it. Alright, we can begin to scavenge. So, with the scavenging, you take a decision, and you're basically taking some people. So here's 50 manpower and 50 equipment. We send them out into the wasteland. And it actually does give us a penalty to defense and planning and things like that. You don't want to do this while you're at war. But after a while, they're going to come back. Theoretically, they'll come back with some equipment. So theoretically, all the manpower and all the equipment you send them out with will come back, plus some extra, which is kind of nifty. The regular scavenge things over here is just going to be people on foot. But what we're going to do here, I'm actually going to go and toggle those off because we're not interested. And the scavenging options let you filter this list if it becomes too cluttered. But we're going to roll out technology for scavengers. Here's one of the reasons I started producing some of our various vehicles and things like that. We're gonna do this. So, must research binoculars, portable radios, radars, or research power armor, transport, blah 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 blah. So a bunch of these, and it's gonna give us a boost to research speed temporarily, but it's gonna give us the ability to have motorized scavengers, which I'm very eager for. So yeah, we're just chilling over here. Oh yeah, we can rally some troops over here, but we shouldn't have to. Although, politically, yeah, we're still 53%. All right, we've bailed out the arms industry. Excellent. Now we have two different approaches we can go here. We can protect small arm manufacturers or approach the cartels. So this first one will give us a bunch of free equipment, then 2 arms workshops and some research bonus. Over here, we get 2 arms workshops and the research bonus, the same, and then we get American engineering, which is a discount to demolitions technology. So the difference between these 2 branches is here we get 500 free equipment, and here we get a discount to demolitions technology. I'm going to take the left, because honestly, at some point, we're going to be phasing out the basic weaponry and going to laser weapons. So I'd take the left, plus, you know, it feels better, like, I don't know, avoid the cartel? Something like that. Boom. This is in Laredo. Laredo! Hang on a sec. Laredo is here. This actually might become part of the Rio chapter, which is still our puppet, so, I mean, you know, kudos to them for getting the equipment, but I'd rather have it myself. Never mind, I'm going to take the rightmost branch over here because the Arms Workshop show up in Gloria instead. Boom. Alright, well, more temporary equipment for now. And, there it is. Okay. This is what I was waiting for. I knew there was something. The Rio chapter comes into its own. With the destruction of TAA and the Brotherhood of Steel's men camped along the Rio, it seems a new day has dawned. We have replaced the traitorous plutocrats of the Texas Arms Association with a contingent of the knights who guard Texas. Factories are more efficient than ever, and the Rio Grande is seeing a technological boom from our new friends. Some wonder if this is truly the best outcome, but Rosado said there is no way giving control of our arms industry to them will come back to hunt us, for Rosado has a plan for that. This is fine. So, yes, a bunch of this territory is going to flip over to the Rio chapter, but we are going to get some bonus production in Gloria. There we are. Rio Alliance. With the defeated TAA, Rosado honored her agreement and recognized the Brotherhood's control over their heartland. Some question given the Brotherhood influence in the region, but Rosado pointed out that Rio was now the only Mexican faction with access to powered armor. Still better than the TAA, so... yeah, I think it's the same sort of event twice. I think one might be like the global event that everyone sees, and one is our version of it. But there you go. So they own all that. Now, out of curiosity... oh, Nuevo Laredo! Oh! I can still go to the left. Okay, let me do that. We haven't really invested anything there. If I do this, instead of showing up in Laredo, it's now Nuevo Laredo, which is on our side of things. Okay. Yeah, because I do prefer that branch. It's going to be okay. So we still have some electioneering stuff going on. So far... oh yeah, puppet leader. Hey. So far, we still have 53%, so I'm not going to be too worried about developing those decisions. That's going to be okay. Now, it says we have access to power armor. Now, we don't have access to it directly. I don't believe we've gotten any sort of tech unlocked. Like, if we look over here, whoops, we still don't have is advanced. There's nothing else that is highlighted here. If we take a look at the, not infantry equipment, yes, infantry equipment, we don't have the technology for power armor yet. I think what they're referencing in terms of we're the only, you know, Mexican faction with access to power armor, it's that Rio's troops over here, or sorry, the Rio chapter's troops have power armor, and so our puppet would join us alongside in a war, theoretically, and maybe bring some power armor to the front. Groovy, groovy. So at some point we're going to turn our attention to the south. I'm not going to justify any wars down here, but there are some decisions, and we're going to want to go that way because, of course, we have Armageddon Station over here, and we would like to be able to unlock that and see what the heck is going on inside of that. We do have some more buttons available. Oh yeah, not going to do those. Okay, no, we'll just wait. Go up to speed 5 for a little bit longer. This might be a good place for a cut. Let's go for another minute or two, though. I mean, because things happen, sure. Oh, right, I keep meaning to do changes over here. So, my primary infantry divisions over here, I think I'm going to make them 20 width. I might do it by beefing them up. We could add a demolition squad. Demolition squad is going to add a lot of defense, breakthrough, soft, and hard attack. How does it compare to a fire team? So, okay, first, fire team is 12 soft, 8 hard. Demolition is 14 soft, 7 hard. Okay, so we get more soft attack, but less hard attack. Now, defense and breakthrough. Demolitions is 22 and 7.5. Fire team is 26 and 2.5. Okay, so the fire team has more defense, but a lot less breakthrough. But the fire team does have slightly more hard attack, which might be nice if we're finding some robots down here. The other thing we can do is actually add some support divisions. Chem division would be nice, so we take less manpower hit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. If we want hard attack, we can just add the anti-tank, which is really nice. Doesn't have any breakthrough. Maybe, okay, I'll add a fire team and a demolition support. Oops, that's not demolition support. Hell, maybe we do, well, I don't have enough for the anti-tank. We're going to add those in here. Obviously, we're not going to have the equipment for it right now. But I'm going to take that redesign on our infantry right now. And it is going to complain because we're not producing any demolitions equipment whatsoever. Right now, it'll have to be dynamite. And we'll bring you up in the queue. And actually, let me bring you back down to 5 over here. Demolitions, support, that's going to be okay. I mean, we still need some of this stuff as well. All right, yeah, so we definitely need more arms factories. Okay, we've got tons queued up in Monclova, so at least that's developing over there. We could lend lease from Rio. Now that's interesting. Oh, this would be me sending to them. Can I not request? Oh, it must be at war. Okay. Right, now I have access to power armor. Right. Okay. And they're like, elite. Yeah, alright, now I'm feeling pretty damn good. I forgot, okay. There's a way to get access to the power armor. Whoo! Lovely. So, at some point, assuming, you know, well, whoever wins the election, it's fine. But let's assume it's Rosado. We're going to be able to go down to here. A great jewel. This will let us raid Mexico around, which is kind of amazing. And then we can go the ability to raid Santa Ana's territory, War of Intellects. I think this here gives us our justified war over here. And then once we win, yeah, once that place, Ejército Mexicano, once it doesn't exist, we can shackle Santa Ana and presumably, you know, start leading towards various keys for Armageddon Station and whatnot. So that is likely what we're going to work towards. Maybe what I'll do is I'll split off the Brotherhood for now. And these guys, I mean, they're still not max XP, and we do have some extra gear at this point. I'm going to go ahead and exercise this army group for now. So just max out their XP. We can get a little bit more army experience so that we can keep revamping these troops. There we go. Protect small arms. Way up again. Way up. Right over here. Texas expertise, infantry, tech. Yeah, we're going to keep going down here. There's going to be some really good forward progression on stuff. I mean, there's still, like... There's still all the military, like, sort of tech stuff over here, too, that we'll want to take a look at. But, yeah, this leads to Hand 3 Market. So, yeah, we removed National Crisis and replaced it with Stabilization. Here, we're going to replace Stabilization with First Signs of Growth. And then support from the Gulf is kind of nice. Foreign loans. Economic crackdown. Unlock an advisor. Unlock an advisor. So, I mean, at the very least, hand to the market. But we'll see after that, like, where we're going to go. We're about to hit 2277, so the election's going to happen anytime now. All right, let's go ahead and put in that cut. Folks, thanks for watching. Right now we dealt with our two most immediate threats. The raiders, like, of Paulus there, who's, you know, from Caesar's Legion, and the TAA. Now we have power armor. We're waiting for the next thing. We are definitely going to start some things to the south at some point through a focus tree. But at some point, most likely, Caesar's Legion is going to start knocking into Mexico here. And that'll be a whole other something something. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.